Hello everyone, good afternoon. Chinese provocations and denials dominating the headlines today. Is the situation at the LAC close to going kinetic? It's the big story right here on Afternoon Prime. I'm Shreya Dhondial. Before we get you fresh details from the ground, a quick look at what else is making news across the country today. On day 3 of her questioning by the NCB, Rhea Chakrabarti is confronted with Shruti Modi and Neeraj. She will now be questioned next with her brother Shawik and Samuel Miranda. Sushant's family now to move the Bombay High Court against Rhea Chakrabarti's FIR, accusing one of Sushant's sister Priyanka of forging and preparing fake prescriptions of medicines for SSR. His family is saying, "We were never interested in Sushant's money." Indians are sitting where they are sitting on their territory at a height. You come in supposedly to engage with them, and then when the Indian side, refuses to give in, and then you put out a statement which is a blatant lie.
India has clearly squashed this claim. Neither did India cross the LAC, nor did India fire any shots.
Happening was that the Chinese side was trying to enter our territory. Official word from India to China is at no point have you transgressed the LAC. It was your side which was trying to provoke.
Chinese can be proved anywhere, and therefore Indian Army is going to be suspicious and take preventive actions as they did in the South Bank.
Our top story, hours after China blamed the Indian Army of illegally trying to cross the LAC, India is making it very clear. It was the PLA which tried to close in on Indian positions. In an official statement that the Indian Army has put out, they've said that even though India is committed to disengagement at the LAC, the Chinese continue to undertake provocative activities to escalate. The government is asserting, the Indian Army is asserting, that at no stage did the Indian Army transgress or open fire. It was the PLA, that's the People's Liberation Army, that blatantly violated agreements and carried out aggressive maneuvers. Even as engagement at the military, diplomatic, and in fact even the political level is currently in progress. Now this development is coming 2 days after the defense ministers of India and China had met in Moscow, and both in a sense had agreed that there would be at least there would be an attempt for no further provocation, but it's exactly the opposite that is working out on the ground. And it's also coming 2 days ahead of the scheduled meeting between foreign ministers of the two countries, that is S. Jaishankar and Wang Yi. Remember now that India has outflanked China by taking control of strategic heights near Pangong Lake's southern bank, and also has reversed attempts by the PLA to enter our boundaries. There is an entire statement that the Indian Army has put out. The Indian Army doesn't put out statements on a regular basis, but clearly the provocation from the Chinese side was very grave. The fact is that they were caught lying through their teeth, which is why the Indian Army approximately an hour ago put out a statement. And what this statement is saying very clearly is that China essentially lied. They are saying, let me just take you through the main points of India's statement. There was no firing by the Indian Army at the LAC yesterday. The provocation that came from the Chinese. PLA troops fired a few rounds in the air is what we are picking up. PLA troops fired to intimidate Indian troops. Indian troops, on the other hand, exercised the greatest restraint. They acted maturely. They acted with responsibility. Because in a situation like this, when you have two armies armed to the teeth, one shot fired in the wrong direction can make things go kinetic. Now, the Chinese statement, says the Indian Army statement, is an attempt to mislead the world. The provocative activities by China are being done with a clear eye to escalate tensions. At no stage, this is what the Indian Army is saying, at no stage has India transgressed across the LAC as China is accusing it. This is the Indian Army statement. Let me go straight across to our reporters who are joining us on the story. We'll also be joined by one of the Indian security establishment's most respected voices, General Ata Hasnain. Mufti Islah is trying to get to Leh. वी हैव संदीप बोल हु इज ऑलरेडी इन ले. संदीप, मैं सबसे पहले अगर आपके पास आऊं तो इस समय ग्राउंड में हालात क्या है? हम जानते हैं कि मामला बहुत टेंस है, ये तो हम सबको समझ आ रहा है, लेकिन आप जिस समय जहां हैं वहां पे आप रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं कि बहुत सारी फ्लाइंग एक्टिविटी आप सुबह से देख रहे हैं, कुछ रफाल्स भी उड़ते हुए आपने देखे हैं. आप ग्राउंड से क्या सुन रहे हैं, क्या देख रहे हैं, क्या सुन रहे हैं?
देखिए, अभी फ़िलहाल इशू जो है जहाँ पे कि कल चीन ने जो है अपने आप से जो है फायरिंग की थी एक, तो वहाँ जो है हालात फ़िलहाल जो है अभी स्टेबल है लेकिन टेंस है. लेकिन मैं पिछले एक हफ्ते से यहाँ पे हूँ, तब से लेकर अब तक जो मैंने ऑब्ज़र्व किया है यहाँ पे कि अभी तक जो है बहुत लो फ्लाइंग होती थी, बहुत कम फ्लाइंग होती थी. दोपहर को एक आध बार फ्लाइंग होती थी, शाम को होती, लेकिन आज सुबह से काफ़ी ज़्यादा फ्लाइंग हो रही है. और लगातार जो है जो अलग अलग फाइटर फ्रंट लाइन फाइटर एयरक्राफ्ट हैं वो फ्लाइंग कर रहे हैं. कुछ टचडाउन करके निकल जाते हैं ले एयरबेस, कुछ जो है पूरे वैली को जो है पूरे सॉर्टी करके फिर निकल जाते हैं. तो अभी ग्राउंड पे सिचुएशन ये है कि अभी फ़िलहाल लेह में बिल्कुल शांति नज़र आ रही है. मूवमेंट अगर होता भी है, कॉन्वॉय मूवमेंट होता है तो रात को ही किया जाता है. लेकिन जो पिछले कुछ दिनों से जो एक देखा जा रहा था कि एयरक्राफ्ट जो है वो फ्लाइंग नहीं कर रहे थे. काफ़ी एयरक्राफ्ट जो थे वो रूटीन सॉर्टी भी नहीं ले रहे थे यहाँ पे. कुछ एक एयरक्राफ्ट ज़रूर फ्लाई करते थे, लेकिन आज बहुत ज़्यादा संख्या में जो है फ्लाई कर रहे थे एयरक्राफ्ट यहाँ से. तो इससे ये तो साफ हो रहा है कि जाहिर सी बात है कि जिस तरीके का वहाँ कंडीशन बना हुआ है, सिचुएशन बना हुआ है, सब पायलट्स को जो है पूरे इन इलाकों के साथ फेमिलियर करना भी बहुत ज़रूरी होता है जब भी इस तरह की सिचुएशन होती है. तो आज जो है कई सारी ऐसी फ्लाइंग हुई है इस जगह से. तो ये पिछले एक हफ्ते में काफ़ी ज़्यादा संख्या है इस बार आज की, जहाँ पे जितनी फ्लाइंग आज हुई है.
Okay, do stay on with us, Sandeep Bol. Let me also go across to Mufti Isla before I go across to General Hasnain. Mufti, you know, you are trying to reach Leh, I understand. Are you hearing anything from the ground? Are you seeing troop movement continue as we speak? Because we've seen a large number of army trucks, convoys, carrying troops, carrying armament, carrying equipment, carrying medicines, moving towards eastern Ladakh. Does that continue as well?
Well, that continues almost every day, and in fact we are on the stretch of Srinagar-Zojila road where we did actually see army trucks, armored trucks carrying and lugging upwards things, ammunition in these mountains. Not only ammunition, but large number of troopers are going towards that side. We don't know whether they would be stationed there for some time or directly put near the forward areas, but clearly there is tension in air after yesterday's, India saying that it was actually the Chinese who fired, in fact putting up a whole statement saying that, well, we're for 3 Ds, that is de-escalation, dialogue, as well as, being there and not actually targeting the Chinese, whereas it was actually vice versa. Chinese were actually doing maneuvers into Indian forward positions, and that's when they objected yesterday. The Chinese did fire in the air, so clearly they're putting the entire blame on Chinese and saying that, well, actually they are in fact starting to transgress, and that is precisely what has happened before. Also, Indian side was there for dialogue and disengagement, and also for de-escalation, which the other country was not doing. In fact, repeatedly they're trying to provoke the Indian army on our side.
Okay, General Hasnain, come in here on the conversation. I do believe that the Chinese Foreign Ministry is holding a press conference, which means we'll see yet another statement come out from them. Does this give you a sense? You've seen the Chinese statement, you've seen the Indian Army statement come out. Does this give you a sense that China is panicking for some reason?
See, Shreya, these situations which happen on these kind of borders, like the LOC or the LAC, are one of their own kind. Nowhere in the world this kind of a situation exists, so it's very difficult for people to ascertain. There are very few precedences of this for people to be able to assess from. And therefore, my assessment is primarily from ground experience. What I tell you is, at the LOC, it is similar, and this is something we were assessing, if you remember, 3 months ago. We were hoping that the LAC does not become the LOC. Here, every action is seen to be a minor coercion heading to become a larger coercion. These are all mind games which are played from time to time, right? What we are looking at is the lowest end at the moment of making accusations about firing in the air. I mean, this is a border. All kinds of things can happen here. There's flying going on. No one is complaining about flying so far, thankfully. This is brinkmanship of its own kind. These are all terminologies which are very commonly used with LOC, LAC kind of operations. You'll see very soon they will complain about our movement of some of our armor in the Spangur Gap or in the Chushul area. It's our own area. Wherever our own vehicles are moving, they will start complaining about that. So these are mind games, and preceding political events, this always happens. The 9th, I think tomorrow or the day after, the foreign ministers are meeting. Obviously, before that, it happens like in the case of Pakistan. It happens in the UN every time that the prime ministers go to the UN. So I think we should not read too much into this. The manner in which the Indian Army has responded and put out a statement of clarification, making it very clear that we have no business about firing in the air here and there, I think that's just the right response. And this, you can expect that this will continue for quite some time until the winter starts coming.
General Hasnain, you know, I understand mind games is one thing, but blatant lying is completely another. In this case, the Chinese have blatantly lied and their lie has been caught out. Why lie when you know the truth will eventually come out? It's like Purana Mahara. Jhoot bolte raho, jhoot bolte raho, jhoot bolte raho till people start accepting the lies as the truth.
Absolutely. This is exactly what they are doing world over. You see it that they do it against Vietnam. They do it in the South China Sea. They do it against Taiwan. So, I mean, this is a part of their concept. Lying through their teeth. This is exactly what they believe in. And they think that the world, somewhere someone will believe them. Their credibility as it is so low. We are fully aware of it. And it's important that we keep responding and pointing it out to the world. Don't just point it out to the Chinese. Don't just put it out anywhere else. Make sure that our embassies around the world are putting this out into the international media everywhere. This is the kind of things that China is resorting to. Right? Otherwise, you will find the Chinese have a way of turning things around to you. They will start pointing fingers to you, as they are doing already, that you are the ones, we are the ones who are initiating all these things.
General Hasnain, just stay with us. I want to take our viewers through reasons why India has spooked China. There are 5 reasons that we are putting out, General Hasnain, and I want you to comment on it as well. First of all, you do understand that Indian troops have repositioned themselves to preempt any Chinese aggression. This happened on the intervening night of 29th and 30th, and it has continued since then. That is something that is rattling China. Secondly, very importantly, we have taken control of a place called the Spangur Gap, which means this access is the only access for the Chinese tanks to ingress. We have blocked this gap, blocked this pass, something that the Chinese are not very comfortable with. Their tanks, after all, then become ineffective in this region. Thirdly, additional specialized troops have been poured in to match PLA forces. If we just talk about the Chushul subsector, I can tell you that there are 10,000 extra troops who are currently deployed in the area to match not just Chinese strength, but match Chinese aggression as well. That aggression, as I've told you, has come at least 4 times in the last 3 months. Also, very importantly, the Lhasa-Kasgar highway, which is a critical PLA artery, is now under the observation of Indian troops, making the Chinese very uncomfortable. And there have been, high-profile visits to boost troop morale as it is. You've had the Prime Minister of the country go to Leh. You've had the Raksha Mantri of the country go to Leh, etc. This is telling your troops that we are the ones who know exactly what is happening. We are on the ground with our men, and we are there to support them. We have given them a free hand. All these 5 points rattling the Chinese. Maha Siddiqui, you're joining us as well. You tracked the MEA. I just saw some pictures coming in of the Chinese Foreign Ministry. They apparently are holding yet another press briefing. What do you make of these multiple statements that have come in from the Chinese since last night?
Well, this briefing that we're talking about is a regular daily briefing of their foreign ministry that is conducted in the afternoon. But yes, you're right. There has been a statement from the Chinese side, almost suggesting and accusing India of opening fire at the LAC, not just crossing and transgressing LAC. Both these points have been clearly refuted and denied by India. In fact, India has put out a statement that gives us a sense of what exactly happened at the LAC, how the Chinese side tried to ingress into the Indian side, the Indian troops asked them to go back, and they were shouting from the other side. They opened fire to intimidate the Indian troops. So India has very clearly also mentioned that China is trying to give a wrong impression to the world in trying to state that India opened fire at the LAC, where fire has never been opened over the last 4 decades, to give an impression that India is the one flouting those protocols and agreements, which is completely not true. They have made more statements, but those are via their mouthpieces. So we have seen Global Times going on an overdrive in tweeting with regards to this incident, also putting out what can be seen as warnings by the Chinese side in trying to say that if India, it seems to be an aggressor, then we will also respond in kind. But clearly, in this case, India has made it amply clear. India is not the aggressor. India was trying to protect its territory, and the firing was opened by the PLA troops.
General Hasnain, come in here. I've just opened some links, and these are Chinese media links, and Chinese media is obviously state-run. One of the editorial reads, India is risking the repeat of past humiliations, and they are, of course, harking back to 1962. Someone needs to tell China this is not 1962. Much has changed since then. We are no longer the same army.
Absolutely. Shreya, see, there is no doubt that Chinese are, well, recoiling. They really are under pressure at the moment. The manner in which the Indian army, the manner in which the Indian political leadership, the diplomatic community, and the media, everyone is coming to sync together to get their act together to play this game. It is no doubt is needling them. And your 5 observations are very, very apt observations. My first thing on this is, before I go to comment on them exactly, is I hope that the Chinese are not unnecessarily focusing us too much into the Chushul Bowl and thereby making us sort of lose focus from other areas where something potentially could be happening. And this, I'm sure the Indian Army is mature enough, absolutely, the leadership is very, very mature to understand that when this kind of a focus happens on a particular area, there is obviously something else which is going to happen somewhere else. And that is such should be expected. But these 5 aspects, I think out of these 5 aspects, your third point is a very, very relevant point about the Special Frontier Force. No doubt, very, very, in a very calibrated way, the Indian side, the Indian government is putting this out into the media, etc., allowing this to happen without any official statement is good. It is a calibrated way of playing mind games with the Chinese to tell them that the Tibetans are equally committed to do something which they should be expecting, especially after the kind of statements that Xi Jinping has made in Lhasa recently about Tibet. The other aspect is the closeness or the proximity to the Western Highway. Yes, you're right, absolutely. And the Spangur Gap, we are not in control of the Spangur Gap, but we've got good observation now on the Spangur Gap, and our response can be that much faster now. Definitely, because we have got observation on it. And all this has actually diluted China's capability against one of the main, what is called, I would call it virtually a nodal point in the high altitude. Chushul is like a nodal point. And for China, it's a very, very important place where now they realize that it is so well defended that it's like going to be banging their head against it. And that is why they're playing these mind games against you.
General Hasnain, you are bringing out a very important point, and I don't think this has been spoken about enough. Are the Chinese concentrating Indian attention only to the Chushul subsector to act somewhere else? That is something that is important to note. I'm fairly certain the Indian Army is aware of these tactics, as it were, but it's a good point that you're putting out. General Hasnain, do wait with us. I'm going to ask Maha to stand by with us as well. We have other reporters who are joining us from Leh, who are joining us from the Srinagar-Leh highway as well. But I first want to point out to you just exactly where the Chinese have lied. We are calling out China's lies one by one, point by point. The first lie that China made in its statement is that there was provocation by the Indian soldiers at the LAC, that it was the Indian soldiers who tried to cross the LAC, and then the Chinese came in to negotiate with them. When you hear it, it sounds false, but it is false because the Indian statement is saying it is false. Secondly, China says Indian soldiers intruded into Chinese territory. Again, absolutely false. We were sitting on our side of the LAC at heights north of Rizangala. This is where Chinese troops come in. They try and provoke India. They fire shots in the air as well. So we know that the Chinese are lying on this count as well. Then again, this is a Chinese claim that was made. Indian troops fired at PLA troops. Absolutely false. It actually was the other way around. What the Indian statement is making very clear is the fact that there was grave provocation because the Chinese had fired these warning shots in the air. By the way, in the last 45 years, shots have not been fired at the LAC. The last time shots were fired at the LAC was in 1975 when 4 Assam Rifle soldiers were killed in PLA firing. Since then, no shots have been fired. So this provocation of firing, and we'll speak to General Hasnain about that in just a bit, came from the Chinese, not the Indians. The Indians could have fired back or they could have fired in the air. They didn't do that. Another lie that the Chinese are talking about is that the PLA was forced to take countermeasures. What are they trying to say? What they were trying to say is that Indian troops opened fire, we had to resort to firing, and there was some sort of crossfire. At no point of time was there any crossfire. That is something that we can tell you. And what the PLA is also saying is that we were defending our territory. Obviously, that is a false claim as well. General Hasnain, let me come to you about this point of the situation being so grave that in the last 45 years, we have not seen shots being fired, but we saw that happen yesterday. Put this in perspective for us. I know you're saying don't take this so seriously because we'll see such provocations, you know, not just through this month, but possibly up to the winter as well, possibly during the winter as well. But the very fact that in 45 years, not a single shot has been fired, and that is something that has been shattered yesterday evening at 6:15. That's very significant as well. That tells you that the Chinese will not stop.
Absolutely, Shreya. I commanded my unit in Eastern Ladakh for about a year and a half in this area. And yes, you're right, absolutely, it was peaceful at that time. And the LAC had nothing going on.
General Hasnain, do stay on with us because there's some breaking news coming in. After the latest round of India-China tensions, the Cabinet Committee on Security will be meeting this evening. This is the high-level meeting we were talking about. The Prime Minister, the Home Minister, the Raksha Mantri, the External Affairs Minister, the Finance Minister and the NSA could attend as well. Arunima, things are serious. This is the Cabinet Committee on Security, the highest body as far as India's security, external and internal, is concerned, is meeting, which means that they are keeping an eye on what exactly is going on at the LAC. Things are tense there.
Absolutely. The situation at LAC is hot. It's developing with every passing moment. And every day the situation is changing. The war of words is happening. Yes, diplomatically, we are trying to speak to China. We're trying to ensure disengagement. But on the ground, what is happening is very different from the kind of talks or the results of the talks that we're expecting. And therefore, the CCS assumes significance. All the top ministers, the Raksha Mantri will be there, the Home Minister, the Finance Minister, the External Affairs Minister, the Prime Minister will be briefed. They will together take stock of the situation. National Security Advisor could also attend and they will take stock of what is currently the situation there, what more needs to be done, because you can see the war of words that is happening between China and the statement that India has now released. India is not stepping back. You know, gone is the time when we were not even naming China officially after Galwan. From there till today, I think we have come a long way.
All right, Arunima, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. On that note, I'm taking a quick